working in the lab late one night, with my eyes together and eerie sight, for my octopus flag began to rise, and then suddenly, to my surprise, he did the man, he did the monster, and it's a graveyard smash, he did the man, with no harm in the flash, he did the man, he did the monster mash.
Welcome to Larry's Fountain Pens. Here is your host, Larry the Pen Bug Guy.
Hello, 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 and
Very good.
I had a moment, a pen bug moment. Hello. Well, that does happen occasionally. I have flashbacks when I think about pens, and what else do I think about?
Pens.
There you go. Isn't that easy? Well, okay, let's get on with the show. Welcome, 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 welcome to you, to me, to everyone, la, la, la. Okay, so don't leave. Stay right where you're at. No, don't touch that button. No, stay right there. I'm watching you. So, I've got a box. It's a magic box. And this magic box was sent to me by Mr. Troy, a friend of mine, a fellow reviewer. A fellow fountain pen geek like I am, like we all are. We're proud to be fountain pen geeks, are we not? Yes, we are. Let me open it up. There's uno. Now, I have not opened this up till now, so we all can see what's in it. Well, first of all, some very special stuff. I got some... Ooh, M&M's, baby. Trick or treat. Yay. Thank you, Troy. Now, I got other goodies in here. I got some of that stuff you do for the pens like that. And I got a secret note. And I got a secret pen. And I'm going to open this little jewel up right now. Because I didn't know what this was, for real. I didn't know about like that or like this. But I love the color, orange, red, blue, and purple. And as you untwist the cap, oh, look at there. Okay, now you got me going. Look at that nib. Rhodium point. Interesting. West Germany. I have never seen a pen like this. Thank you very much, my friend. Let's open it up. And it's ready to go, I think. Well, you know what? While we're at it, before I get to anything else, let's give this a whirl. And it does pose. Look at that. Nice. Very nice. Here we go. Look at that. Look at that witness right there. Look at that. Wow. Mercy, mercy me. This pen is one heck of a pen. The nib is nice and smooth. And the flow is great. Nice and wet. What I call juicy and just a great pen. Wow. Yeah, this gets the wow. Wow. And here's another wow. Wow. Thank you, Mr. Troy. I really appreciate it. And let's see what else in here. And the reason why I have this out, as you remember, the Waterman, is because Troy sent me a converter for it, plus another little bonus, ink. And I'll give you the pleasure of announcing the ink while I get this ready.
This is Thornton's Luxury Goods Blue.
Okay, there's one I never heard of. And I had a converter in there, but it wasn't any good. So, this is really cool. Let's ink him up and give it a go. But like that. Here we go. Mr. Thornton, how are you today? I'm fine. Good. M&M's, pen reviews, solid. And we'll just stick that right down there as Mr. Announcer holds it up so I won't spill. And then we'll do it again. And that's a good enough fill. Now I'm going to put some drops back in to help get some of the air out. Now, Mr. Announcer, if you don't mind, would you? Thank you, sir. And I'll get the towel, and I will vigorously, clean my pen. My precious, wonderful pen. I love Waterman pens. For real, I love the new ones. I love the vintage ones. And it's not my fault. It's his fault. Troy's fault. Yes, blame it on Mr. Troy. So, let me get out my handy rhodia, lined paper. And I will do a little la-la writing in this paper. Here we go. Okay, this Waterman is just, this is me saying, because my pen, but it's just one hell of a writer. I love it. This nib, it's a gold nib, 18K nib, broad, and it just glides across the paper. And this ink is, again, Thornton. Thornton Luxury. Blue. And the wetness on this lovely pen. Now, can you dig it? Look at that. Look at that. That's a nice, wet pen. Yes, I do recommend this pen. If you want a good, nice, wet, juicy, feel great in the hand, good-looking pen, Waterman Kareem is the way to go. This is life. And with a fountain pen and a smiley face. Look at that. Okay, now I will explain this and this that Troy sent me. He took a class a while back with Richard Binder for nib smoothing and I guess to work on your nibs. And the class included a 2000 grit wet and dry sandpaper that was recommended by Richard Binder, and for the nib smoothing, and that's what he took in the class in D.C. And he uses it before going to the buff, the stick, that micro mash, it says in here, and he used up the little square from the class that he took, so he bought some more, and it works well. Yes, it does. If you were to have a try at this pen, you would think it's a middle to upper rate pen for the way this nib writes. And I'm not just saying it because Troy sent it, I'm just saying it because the nib writes that well. He said, I'm also including one of the 2 pens that came with the binder class tuition. Now, you with me? Stay tuned, here we go. Both pens were purposely damaged on the nibs, and then they had to resolve the problem. It's a $3 pen, but writes like one costing far more after my nib work. And Troy is so correct. I am amazed how well Troy, you, my friend, did on this nib. Congratulations, Troy. You are now with the big boys. Excellent work. I am really just totally impressed. Wow. You know, I do like the pen. It's a cool pen. I love the colors. But the nib is to die for. It is that nice of a nib. Thank you. Thank you very much. And thank you for the ink. And thank you for the M&Ms. Oh. I know what to snack for me now. So, there we have it. My Waterman cream is back in rotation, plus the red and orange pen, that's in rotation now. So now it went from 6, I retired 1, 6, it's back to 8 now. That's okay. That's the fun part. So, real quick, the other day I talked about the pen thing where Brian Freelander opened a little pen shop in a boutique store. So I actually spoke with him today and found out a little bit more information about what he has going on. He's a small guy. He's not big by no means. So that means he just can't order in abundance of stock, especially, you know, when it sits on the shelf and you don't get enough clientele to move that stock off the shelf. You have money tied up sitting on the shelf. So he buys however much he thinks he might need. So I talked to him today, and one of the things I was going to order from him was the Robert Oyster something cream. Looks like a brown. But anyway, he said, guess who stopped in the store today, Larry? And I said, Brian Goulet. He said, no, Chris, the reviewer. I said, oh, really? Wow, that's cool. So he got to meet and talk with Chris, so that was cool. And Chris was the one that bought that ink. Oh, thank you, Chris. You bought my ink. So tomorrow, he's got my invoice ready. I just ordered a bottle of that Diamine Brown. I don't know if it's chocolate or whatever. And I ordered some Rhodia Dot pad and some of the Field Notes, the reporter, the long ones. I ordered some of that. So, you can call Brian at area code 908-852-3460. Or you can email him at brian@thepinthing.com, and he will help you to find what you're looking for. He does have a lot of cool stuff. He has some cool Lamy safaris. He's got a Robert Oyster ink, some doodlers, diamine. I think he has some, Herban inks. He's got some cool notebooks going on. He's got some leather journals. So he's got quite a few things going on. Also, ballpoint pens and pencils, and I think roller balls, if you're interested. So here's my thing. I'm into helping to all the fountain pen people that are established in the U.S. because I want all of them to grow. But there's only one of me, and I'm the poor guy. So I try to spread the love. So Brian is just starting out, so he doesn't have a big shop. It's a small little place in the boutique store. But his passion and his enthusiasm and love for what we all love and share is right there. And he's in Chester, New Jersey. So, if you want some ink or something, and see if he has it, you can give him a buzz and just tell him, I'm Susie from wherever, and Brian, hey, I heard about you on Larry's Fountain Pen, and by chance, do you have this kind of ink or this kind of pen or whatever? Just to show some support in the fountain pen community. I know I would appreciate it if I opened up a little pen shop and a boutique there. So I thought I would just show you again his card. And we had a nice visit today. And tomorrow I'll finalize the order, and that's that. So now it's time to open up this box that I've been dying to open up, and I got it in yesterday, didn't I? I could have got it in yesterday. Today is Friday. I think I did get it in Thursday, I think. So, let me, without further ado, open Sesame this box. And parents and adults, don't try this at home. Be under supervision by your kids. You know how adults are, right, kids? When they get something, that'll destroy it. So, that was the easy part. Now for the hard part. I am just going to do this because it tears quite easy. As you see, I lied. So, that should do it. What do you think it is? I'll give you a hint. It starts with Conklin. There you go. That's what it is. A box. And we don't need that. And there you go. In this pen case, the sleeve comes off, as I've shown it before, and I'm sure you've seen them over and over again, so you're going to see it again. I do love the Conklin pen cases. I think they're a nice looking presentation. I'm one of those guys that save my pen cases. I'm one of those guys that like nice pen cases. And the pen is, and I can't tell you, I'll show you. Here we go. Dun 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 da-da-dun 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 da-da-dun. Happy Halloween. There she sits, nice and pretty, lying in her coffin, awaiting to awaken. And of course, you pull off part of the coffin, and there are some more ink cartridges, blue and black. So I take them out now, which I haven't been doing, but I've done that a lot, and I put them with the rest of my ink sample. So, and I'll have to get online and register my pen. Now, let me put this up. You know, I wanted this pen from day one, but I was saving for other pens that you've heard the story that got stolen. Bummer, right? I think it was a disaster. So, some of my viewers have asked me, Larry, you have done so well on your reviews, or you're hiding it, the loss of your fountain pens. Well, I'm hiding it because the other day I got totally chapped, man. I was burned up. But anyway, today's another day. Here is the pen. Beautiful orange resin and black. It reminds you of the, yep, you got it, the Delta. Beautiful pen. And my orange and black ones have been sold. I have some Delta left. They're the Hell's Bells, the red and black. Then I have the blue sea, the blue and black, and one more. But I don't have any orange and black, but now I do. Beautiful color. Extremely nice looking pen. And as always, the clip. Functional. And I think it should work fine. Let's see here. This isn't a shirt pocket, but pretend it is. Works fine with your Conklin logo on top. Really beautiful orange resin. Go down to the end of the barrel. You got that black going on to match the cap. I like the silver band on the cap with the Conklin name. And it has the duograph. I like the way they do the detail on that little band. So let's unscrew it. Is it postable? Yes, it is. I think it's fine. Some may think it's too long. And this works fine in my hand, but for me, it would take this because that's a little bit too short for me. It comes right there. Yeah, I can write with it, and I'll probably give it a whirl, but I most likely will write like that with it and give that a whirl. So, as you go down the barrel to the grip, you see right here where the cap screws on. It's not sharp at all, so there's nothing there to get your fingers uncomfortable. It's nice and smooth, and then the grip's not very big, and here I have small fingers, and that's enough room for my small fingers, and you have enough room, I believe, for a larger finger. And sometimes you can hold your, well, I do sometimes, I hold it up here as well. I've seen some people hold their fountain pen right there. So that'll work out. Now let's look at that nib. Isn't that a gorgeous nib? Got the little smiley face going on for the breather. And then it had that gold-plated Conklin. And this is a medium. It has Toledo on here, USA. and the M for medium on the side. There's your feed. Really a nice fountain pen. And it unscrews. And here's your converter. So, on your converter, remember, these unscrew. You screw in and unscrew, screwing it back in. They're not the push in and pull out, so they're the screw in type. So don't forget, unscrew and screw in. Really a nice pen. So, what do you say we ink this little jewel up? How about it? Fire it up. Be right back. Don't go away. Hold on. Okay, I am going to try some Monteverde Mandarin Orange. And I am going to put it in my little ink flask here. These come in very handy. If you don't own one, you need to get one because you never know when you'll need one. And it's that time. Then I'm going to let all the ink back out again. Then I'm going to do it again, get all the air out. And just take your time inking it. That helps you draw more ink into your converter. And that's about as full as I really need it. I can empty this out and I can get it even more ink in the converter. Probably about up to here, but this is enough. Let me set that aside, get this back up. I also have some of the Mont Blanc Lucky Orange, so I said, you know what, let's go ahead and use this. Yes, I'm anxious to see how it writes just as well. All right, let me go ahead and cap this monster up. Get that rhodia out again. And let me pull up something here. Okay, I'm going to sit that right there. And this is the Conklin Orange and Black. My, oh my. I wish you were right here with me. This nib is to die for. Sweet. Nice and wet. Nice and wet. It would help if I put the pen to the paper. And that wouldn't happen because that's me. I have a tendency to pick up my pen or a lot, so. Now, we're going to do some S's. Nice ink flow. And wetness. Well, we already know it's going to be wet. It's wet. It is wet. Upside down. For those who like to write every now and then, upside down. Why? Some people like it. It'll give them a fine nib. And there you have it. This is the Monteverde. I love that. Mandarin. Very nice. Yeah, some of my favorite inks. Well, there you have it. There's the Conklin, the newest one that's come out, the black and orange. Really a nice looking, well-made pen. But, you know, I'm a big Conklin Durograph All-American type guy fountain pen. And I really like their pens. This little fella I like as well. The nib to die for. You know, I've used similar pens, something like this, a few years back, but they really weren't nothing like this pen is. The nib is excellent. After Troy got done doing his magic on this nib, now this pen is a worthy opponent. And it's a kind of nib you don't want to put down. Keep on writing with it. All right, well, that's going to wrap up today's episode. I hope you found this video interesting. I know I did. I found it very interesting, very enjoyable. And until my next video, peace, love you guys. From the top of my head to the bottom of my little toes. Be safe and don't text and drive. Later, folks.